Hello lads and lassies, it is the third episode in the rebuild series for my account Douggernaut. Yes, I am an Ironman rage tank, and I would like to start off with a quick recap of the last episode. I had gotten 86 Slayer and 92 Magic. I showed you guys how I obtained certain supplies to continue on Slayer, and then I did continue Slayer with a demonic gorillas task. And I left it kind of there hanging in the midst if I was to get any items from this task or not. Progress has been made. I had 2 demonics tasks since then with several hundred kills, and I still have not, unfortunately, received a Zenyte shard to get my Ring of Suffering back, which kind of sucks, but I do now have multiple heavy ballistas should I get a monkey tail to complete them. I am 3 out of 4 parts for a heavy ballista with some duplicate pieces. I think I'm also almost finished with the light one as well. After that though, Jagex blessed me with a shit ton of high experience per hour tasks. I bursted 2 Necreal tasks that got me 2/3 of the way from 92 to 93 magic, plus a ton of rune alchs for my stash. Since I was feeling annoyed with a ton of people at Douggernaut, and since I didn't have the appropriate gear to try Douggernaut Kings yet, I bought a cannon for myself to use the little amount of cannonballs I had in the bank, and I ended up getting about 100k Slayer experience over the day that I grinded out up to 87, including the 2 Necreals and the Dougernauts and whatnot. So 87 Slayer was achieved about time, as I really did need some extra motivation to keep pushing along this Ironman grind, and I did get access to Kraken tasks.
Release the Kraken!
I chose Steve over Duradel. I know Duradel has a heavier task weight when it comes in commodity to the Kraken tasks. However, Steve has a lot more of tasks that I would not be mad at if I were stuck with, whereas Duradel, I think I would get pissed off if I were stuck with like Zigamites or whatever the fuck he assigns. So I teleported to Steve, and I used about 300 out of the 700 points I had saved up to cancel tasks, hoping to get a Kraken, and I did not. And by this time I was feeling a little ballsy, so I decided to extend the Kraken task, hoping to get one in the first place, and got the task directly after extending them. I had about 160 to kill. I did them with Firewave and a Bracelet of Slaughter, which led me to kill an extra about 50 to 60 more. But after 200 kill count, I did not receive a trident, only 2 Kraken tentacles, which are at least 6 times rare per one of them actually. So I did get 2 Kraken tentacles, which I have no point in using since I can't even get whips. It took me about 1400 kills to get this whip that I have, so to kind of just destroy it with a Kraken tentacle is pointless. But maybe sometime in the future. I really debated on alching them because of how butthurt I was at the time. So anyway, I finished the Kraken task and I did not get a trident. So I went back to Steve and desperately canceled until I reached about under 100 points and lucked out and got another task. I achieved 93 magic from this task, as well as alched all of my rune drops since I returned, earning me about 4 million in cash, most of which I am going to put in my kingdom. And finally, after 361 kill count, when it should have been, well, I mean, probability, it should not be anything, but out of a 1 in 200 odds, 361 kill count, I was kind of salty about, but I finally did get my trident drop. It took me 4,000 blood runes for the fire waves that I used, and I even went into my death rune stash and used fire blasts to kill these Krakens at that point. So I have now ended my expensive magical journey to Krakens. What the fuck do I do now? Well, for now I'm going to be pausing Slayer, at least not getting 100k experience a day like I did. That was a little intense, and I'm probably just going to go enjoy my new trident and the new content that's going to come with it. Right now I'm actually doing barrows. It is a lot easier. I have actually a new method overall for doing barrows. I am doing it mainly to get more charges for the staff and to get my armor back that I lost from the hacking. I did lose full Guthans and some other things, but as of right now, I do have 3/4 of the way through Torags. I have half of Aram's, Darok, and Carol's, and I have 1 out of 4 of my Guthans pieces back. So still don't have any full sets, but I'm still making quite good progress as I'm getting my armor back, getting my bank back, slowly just progressing as we normally do. So I want to know, what are your favorite things to do on this game with the trident? I know it is one of my favorite weapons, and I know it accesses me to a stunning amount of new bosses and content, and I can't wait to do them all. Subscribe if you enjoy this content and if you would like to keep up with my progress, and until next time, my friends.